When we think about a farm, we usually picture the trees, the greenery, or the peaceful mornings. But none of those are where the story begins. Every farm has something quietly working behind the scenes. For Semmora, it's this well. It has been here long before we arrived, quietly giving life to this land. Every drop of water that keeps this farm alive starts here. And today, we thought it's time to tell its story. Hi everyone, I'm Dhanlakshmi and welcome back to yet another episode of Semmora. If you have been following our journey, you know we are building this farm one step at a time, learning as we go and sharing every experience with you. In our last video, we showed you how beautiful the farm looked after the rains. Today, we are talking about something even more important, the heart of this farm, our open well. In this video, we'll share why this well became one of the biggest reasons we bought this land, why open wells like this are becoming rare, why we decided to fence it, how much it actually cost, what we are doing to restore and protect the well, and our plans to turn this into one of the most beautiful places of Semmora. So, let's get into the video. Every morning, water from this well travels through our irrigation system and reaches every coconut tree you see on this farm. Without this well, none of this would be possible. When we first started looking for farmland, we thought we would choose based on the land or the number of trees. Very quickly, we realized one thing mattered more than anything else. Of course, it is water. Because without reliable water, every other plan on a farm becomes uncertain. That's why this is not just another well to us. It's the heart of Semmora. Today, it supports our coconut trees. Tomorrow, it will support our food forest, our fruit trees, and everything we are dreaming of building here. Sometimes, the most important thing on a farm is also the quietest. One of the biggest reasons we chose this land was this well. We did not have to build it, it was already here, quietly serving this land long before Semmora began. While searching for farmland, we visited many properties. Some had beautiful land but no reliable water. Some depended only on bore wells. Some had wells that had already dried up. That's when we realized how valuable a working well really is. Building one today is not easy. It takes time, money, and even then, there's no guarantee you will find enough water. This one was already working, the coconut trees are healthy, the irrigation system was connected. It gave us confidence that we were not starting from zero. Looking back, this well quietly made our decision much easier. Before we continue, if you are planning to buy farmland with an existing well, here are a few things we would genuinely recommend checking. First, make sure the well actually belongs to the property you are buying. Check that it's inside the survey boundary and find out if it's an exclusive well or a shared one. Next, learn about its history. Does it usually have water throughout the year or only after the rainy season? If possible, visit the land during summer and always spend a few minutes talking to neighboring farmers. They will often tell you things that no document can. Also check whether the motor, pump and irrigation system, whatever they mention, are working. Finally, don't forget the EB connection. If there is already an agricultural EB service, check whose name it's in and start the transfer process after purchase. It may seem like a small detail now, but it saves a lot of trouble later. While visiting different farms, we noticed something. Working open wells like this are becoming less common. Most farms now depend on bore wells, and that's understandable. Every farm is different and every location has different water conditions. But we were genuinely happy this land came with an open well. One reason is that it naturally collects rainwater every season. Another is that the water is much easier to access. Most importantly, it had already been supporting this farm for years. We were becoming caretakers of something that was already working. and that also made us realize we needed to look after it much better. Now, after hearing us praise this well, you might expect it to be perfect. Honestly, it is not. Over the years, leaves, small branches, and natural debris had collected inside. And if we were being honest, we did not give it the attention it deserved either. When we bought the farm, our priority was getting the irrigation system working. The well itself quietly waited. Looking back, that taught us something. Just because something still works doesn't mean it doesn't need care. Before cleaning anything, we wanted to answer one simple question. Was the water actually unhealthy, or did it just look that way? So we collected a sample and got it tested. The results were a relief. The water quality was good. The real issue was not the water, it was the floating debris. That completely changed our approach. Instead of trying to fix the well, we simply needed to take better care of it. Sometimes, a simple test tells you much more than assumptions ever can. Our plan is actually quite simple. Remove the floating debris, keep the surroundings clean, test the water from time to time, check the stone lining regularly, and based on the advice we received, we are also planning to add some fishes like tilapia to help maintain the natural ecosystem. Nothing here is expensive, nothing is complicated. It just needs consistency. One thing we are learning through Semmora is that a healthy farm is not built through one big change. It's built through small habits repeated over time. And while planning all this, we realized something else. The well itself was not the only thing that needed protection. The people around it did too. That's when we decided it was finally time to fence it. For a long time, this well had no protection around it. We walked past it almost every day, so did our workers. And honestly, we never thought much about it. Until one day, we stopped and looked at it differently. That's when we realized protecting this well wasn't just about protecting the water. It was about protecting everyone around it. Some farm projects can wait. This one could not. A few people asked us why not simply cover the well. We considered that too. But for us, a fence made much more sense. This well is large, and we still need easy access for cleaning, maintenance, water testing, and future repairs. So instead of closing the well, we decided to make the surroundings safe. Sometimes the simplest solution is also the best one. Before we started, we had to answer one simple question. How much space should we leave around the well? Too close and maintenance becomes difficult. Too far and the project becomes unnecessarily expensive. We finally decided to leave about 6 feet all around. That gives us enough space to walk, clean, inspect, and work comfortably whenever needed. We used 7-foot stone pillars, galvanized fencing mesh, and added a gate for easy access. All the materials used here are the same as the ones we used for the overall boundary fence. I have covered it in a separate video. If you guys haven't watched it yet, you can check it on our channel. The link is in the description. Coming back to the well fencing, everything was measured carefully and the pits were dug by hand. Watching the fence slowly come together was surprisingly satisfying. Because for the first time, this well finally felt protected. Now let's come to the question that almost everyone asks. How much did all of this cost? For Semmora, this is how the cost looked. Starting with the products we used, we have used 7 feet stone pillar across, each pillar costing 360 rupees. And we have used barbed wire rolls. Each roll is about 800 to 1000 feet in the length, and it costs 4200. And the diamond fence roll costs 8050, which is about 100 feet long. And the gate Here the gates are 4 feet wide, so the gates cost around like 6,000. Labor cost per pole is 120. And looking at the cost incurred for Semmora, like here's the interesting part. Since we have already fenced the entire boundary, there were some materials remaining like stone pillars, barbed wires, diamond fence roll and all of that. So we used those as well for this well fencing. But looking at the budget, the overall labor cost came around 3,000 rupees and the gate cost alone was 6,000 rupees for this 4 feet wide gate. And if we account the materials that we had used, it would cost roughly around 10 to 12k. So you can consider the overall fencing cost for this well is around 20k. If you look at the dimensions of the well, it is about 25 to 26 feet in dia, and we have also given 6 feet gap between the well and the fencing. So the overall circumference, I am talking about the circumference only, it comes around 120 feet, like which means that we have to fence for this 120 feet. So to fence this 120 feet, it costed around 20k approximately. Right now, this is simply a fenced well, but when we look at it, we see much more. We imagine flowering native plants around it, butterflies, birds, a simple pathway, maybe even a small place to sit. Not because we want it to look fancy, but because we want this to become a place where people slow down, listen to the birds, watch the water, and enjoy the peace that every farm should have. That's the dream. Unlike everything else at Semmora, we will build it one step at a time. But while dreaming about the future, there's one more responsibility we can't ignore: protecting this water for many years to come. One thing the well does not have is a way to safely get inside. There are no steps, so even simple things like cleaning the walls, regular maintenance, or even experiencing a traditional well bath become difficult. We would love to add a proper set of steps one day, but only if it can be done safely without affecting the structure of the well. If you have built steps in an open well or have ideas on the best approach, we would genuinely love to hear from you. Please share your suggestions in the comments. We would love to learn from your experience. Building a fence was only one part of protecting this well. The next part is making sure we don't accidentally damage it ourselves. As Semmora grows, we will eventually build a farmhouse, a kitchen, and a few other structures. But before we build anything, we have to answer one important question. How do we protect this water source for the long term? One example is the septic system. Its location needs careful planning. A decision that seems small today can affect the quality of groundwater for many years. So before we build, we will take the time to understand the land, plan carefully, and keep anything that could contaminate the water away from this well. Because once water is polluted, fixing it is never easy. It's much better to protect it from the beginning. Right now, this well is safer than it was a few weeks ago. The next step is keeping it cleaner, healthier, more beautiful. Over time, we hope this becomes one of our favorite places on the farm. This well has been here for many years. We did not build it. We simply became its caretakers. Over the last few months, we have repaired the irrigation, protected it with a fence, and started giving it the attention it deserves. There's still a long way to go, but that's what Semmora has always been about: learning, improving, and sharing every step with you. Every tree we will plant, every harvest we will celebrate, and every dream we will build here will begin with this well. And that's why for us, this isn't just another well, it's the heart of Semmora. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.